Welcome back to This Old Chapel, in which contractor Mike Harvey has a question for us.
When is a stained glass window not a stained glass window?
Stay tuned. The windows in our remodeled chapel here at Family Theater Productions are based off windows in the Holy Cross Chapel in Stinson-Remick Hall at the University of Notre Dame, which makes sense since Family Theater Productions is a Holy Cross apostolate. But the problem is, like Harvey, we don't actually have any windows in our chapel. We got no way for light to come in. How are we going to do this?
Well, there's two ways. One way, we can get out the concrete saw and start chopping pieces out of the building.
Let's not do that.
Or we can actually do something similar to what we did with the wall treatments, because we didn't want to put in real stone with all that weight and effort and all that. Oh my gosh, it would have been a disaster. So we did fake stone, and we can do something very similar with these stained glass windows by taking a photograph of the beautiful stained glass windows at Notre Dame and printing it on plexiglass and backlighting it with LED technology.
So you're telling me that this beautiful window is actually just a picture?
That's exactly right. And it looks gorgeous on film, doesn't it?
It does. So I see this, it's got a nice wooden frame. So are we going to put our new windows in wooden frames and hang them on the wall?
Well, we thought about that, but we wanted to do something very unique with the shaping of the windows. And in order to properly make that happen, making them out of wood would have been extraordinarily difficult. So we decided a special method, and we're going to use sheet metal.
Well, I hope you can explain to us how that's going to work.
I'll show you.
Okay. Okay, Mike, I know you wanted to explain to me why we can't use wood for the frames, but I don't understand the getup. I'm a little confused. Explain this to me.
Well, I found this router jig in the shop, and I thought that this would help me explain how we're going to make the complex shape of the window frames if we were going to make them out of wood. And I kind of got a little nostalgic for my favorite movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark. So here we are.
Oh, explain to me the whole Raiders thing, because I'm not quite getting it from this piece of wood.
Well, this looks like the staff of Ra from the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. And if you'll remember, in the movie, Harrison Ford went over and did a little chalk talk by drawing out the staff of Ra. And that was the headpiece of the staff of Ra. And then he did a perfect line, which I really was impressed at, with chalk. And then he showed you, with the centerpiece in the staff of Ra, how the sunlight shot down like this onto the floor plate, and you could tell exactly where the Ark of the Covenant was buried.
Okay. Well,
It was great.
you're starting to worry me.
Well, come on, I'll show you how we're really going to do it.
Okay.
Give you something to shoot.
I guess what we're looking at here is a rough representation of what one of our stained glass windows will look like. And I see that from your love for our Mother Mary, you are adding some flowers to the drawing.
That's right, I couldn't help it.
Now, explain to me how this is going to look on the wall itself.
So this frame, which will be made of sheet metal, will be covered with a material that will actually adhere to the steel, and it will be imprinted with the image of the faux stone that we have in the room.
So the frame will look like it blends into the wall.
Yeah, we just took a photograph, scanned it into the computer, and printed it out on some sticky material, and then we're just going to stick it onto the frame.
Now, it looks like this is kind of a deep frame, so how is that constructed?
Well, this very accurate graphic depiction is slightly deceiving, because it's only about 3 inches deep. That's how thick it'll be.
Is that to allow for the lighting element behind the transparent film with the picture of the stained glass window?
That's exactly right. The focal length of the LED throw on the back would make some weird shadows if it was deeper or thinner. So we had to go with 3 inches.
I bet it's going to look beautiful.
Well, we certainly hope so.
Well, why don't we head upstairs and you can give us a little preview of what it's going to look like.
You got it.
Sounds good. Here we are in this old chapel, and our light fixtures are going to plug into these outlets right on the wall. And let's swing around and take a look at what they're going to look like once they're actually on the wall. Hey, that looks great. Well, join us next time on This Old Chapel. See you then.